How's it going? Uh, there's another piece that's unfinished that I had him work on. Let me just find it here real quick. It's further on down here. Um, Streamed with Risey quite a while today. There we go. Just get over to StreamYard and share that. Well, it came up. Wow, that's cool. Bam! Little werewolf piece he's working on for me. This early. I think he's further along on it now. But hey, Shadowhawk, happy Friday to you. If you want to come in here, the links in the chat. Hey, Lorenzo. So let's get started. Let's see. I want to remove that. There we go. Wait. There. Stop screen. Okay. Learning. Other Klaus is in here. In the house. Other Klaus in the house. Make it rhyme in time. Trying to find where I'm live here. I know I'm live. I can feel a pulse. Think I'd be right there on top, but no. I have to look for it. Really? Incredible. I was just going to check and see if Klaus had a rent, so maybe somebody can let me know. And Rerun Trading, hey, third like, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's get started. I try and collect all these 0 hour things. I don't know. I thought I couldn't even really tell you completely, although I did read that when it came out. I just think, this was a pretty good period in time for comics. And Catwoman #1, this may have a DC Universe barcode on it. I can't remember, but definitely silver ink, like a lot of these did. This 0 issue of Catwoman. Great looking Catwoman. This would be from 1994, October 1994. So the link's there if anybody wants to come in. If they don't, I understand. I get to work tonight. I and Abby are going to go out and spray and create all kinds of genocide on those mosquitoes. Although I don't really think they're out right now, too bad. I'm going my regular route. I dropped by the office, which is kind of across town, but I was kind of curious to see. Right now, I don't have my phone activated. I did up to a few days ago, and actually did a good turn for somebody and kept their internet on, and so there went my phone money. Got $5.99 for this one, and it has for some reason I've got it between two boards. I guess pressing it has certificate of authenticity, so I'm trying to take it out of this. It probably needs to be put in a new bag, although I think I'm running out of Silver Age boards and bags. Wizard certificate of authenticity, Nightwing. I think maybe I've shown one of these before. I don't know. Cool. Just got in. I'll jump on in a minute. Thanks for the invite. You bet. And I'll drop the link again just so it's more convenient. I can get this out of here. So tight. Not too tight, but it's two boards in here and it's an older thing and I'm getting frustrated with it. So, you can always split the bag, create some room. I'll do away with this bag anyway. I'll find something to put it in. It's messing with me. This is just a real thin, printed out, glossy on one side, certificate. Not that substantial at all. Let's see. Nice ad on the back. That's not what I'm wanting to see. Half issue Scott McDaniel artwork on the cover and probably inside. I think that's what the credits are indicating. Yeah. So Scott McDaniel, I really like his stuff. Probably because of this crinkle down here. I don't know that it really helped it, but you really almost have to have it pressed, and then it's kind of blunted here on this top right hand corner. But there's the half issue from Wizard. Nice Scott McDaniel artwork. Now I had to find something to put this in, huh? So I'll just put it in this magazine board and bag for quick convenience. Take care of that when I get done. Phone bill, yeah. I think modern cell phones, mobiles work for emergency calls. Yeah, they do. I've actually done that on a dial up, on a corded one. And I'd heard that, and as somebody had broke into a local, welcome the awesome, ever entertaining Shadowhawk Talks, or just Shadowhawk.
Oh, that's strange. I guess yeah. I don't know how that got dropped off the end there.
Yeah, well,
Huh.
you know how to put it back on, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm
got
not too
dropped off.
particular on my name particularly, as long as people know the channel name is Shadowhawk Talk. So.
Yeah. Well, I think you built a brand. Everybody knows you as Shadowhawk Backs. So it might take a little bit just saying, hey, this is the same. And you had a different icon, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to the first couple of years I had Salamandroid as my icon just because he's
Okay. Well,
my
now
favorite.
see, you're kind of rebranding. So people might be wondering, is this the same guy? Is this I doubt it in your case, but I mean, it's always something I think about.
Right. Well, and people hadn't really heard me before either. I've
Right,
been in the
right.
chat,
That
but nobody
that
ever heard my voice.
smooth bourbon voice. Brave and the Bold 139. Batman and Hawkman together for the first time in 10 years, it says on the cover. Requiem for a Top Cop. Stand back, heroes. I have come from the stars to punish Gordon for his crime, murder. This would be Jim Aparo cover. First team up, 35 cents, some Bronze Age goodness. First team up between Batman and Hawkman for 10 years, apparently, if you believe the cover.
Yeah, I've actually got that one.
You have that one?
Yeah, I've got a. I don't have a whole lot of I was always a bigger Marvel guy than DC, so I don't have
Yeah.
quite as much DC. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I've got a few of I don't know, maybe 20, 25 Raven Bolt, something like
Yeah. And do you have any image?
that.
I
Yeah,
know
just
you
a
do.
couple of long boxes worth.
Now this book is talked about, or at least probing is talked about a lot in CG on the internet. It seems like this is probe number 1, black sensitive cover by Imperial Comics, sort of sci-fi probe. Everybody talks about probing, so there's probe number 1. Nice black sensitive cover. And probe number 2. Big old hand. Big old hand. Yes. Now, I believe if I have 3 here, see what happens with number 3. Those were Imperial Comics, right? Okay, number 3, probe number 3. Switches. I believe that's Eternity, isn't it? Comics. So they switched publishers with number 3.
Oh.
3 issues is all I found. So did you just get home from work?
Yeah. About maybe 10 minutes or so before I jumped on with you. Hold on 1 second, Rick. What's up, baby?
You bet. Yes, Lorenzo, you can still dial 911 even on a phone that's not connected. I've actually done that. There was a business, Fred's, when they were in business, an old Fred's. They broke the window, and this was shortly after I moved in downtown and in my loft apartment, and so I called 911, thought I'd give it a try, and my phone wasn't connected yet, my landline, and I eventually did away with it, but it was disconnected at the time. But I did have a phone, and I called 911 and reported it. Probing with a rusty butt plug? Question mark. Yes.
Pale
How's it
Rider
going,
has
Pale Rider?
the cutting
Huh?
edge question.
Cutting edge. Yes. I just thought I would bring that up. You know, everybody talks about X-rated Bambi and Friends #2, adults only. Huh. Star Trek cover. Star Trek theme, right? Dun, dun, dun. To boldly go where no one has went before, or maybe everyone has. Bambi and Friends, X-rated, adults only.
When you first said Bambi, I was thinking the little deer.
A little deer, yeah. Bestiality.
Yeah. Hey, these days it wouldn't surprise me.
No, that's right. The world needs heroes, and that is true. In the clutches of Shadow Cabinet. I really like this cover um, from Milestone, DC Comics. I don't have all those, but you know, only got 33 cents for that. So here's 38 cents. Number 3 of Holocaust. This is hot from the pages of Blood Syndicate. So Holocaust is my name is Holocaust. Like the logo and the coloring on it. It's quite nice. I really didn't buy Milestone when they came out. Did you get any Milestone at all, Shadowhawk?
I've got a few.
Yeah.
I can't remember offhand exactly which ones I've got. But yeah, I got a few of them.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, some of them have went on to do some stuff, and I think some are underrated. You know, in the first series, like Icon. You know, the
Oh yeah.
first appearances of characters. Of course, Static has had his own animated show. So
Yeah, I'm not real familiar with Static until you were showing some issues the other day.
yeah, Static Shock kind of rides around on a man cover, which is pretty cool. Has electrical powers. He's proved to be the most popular of all the Milestone characters to come out. So, you know, I think these, especially they've tried to revive them. I don't know how successful it's going to be. I took one look. I had all 4, 5 number 1 issues pulled about a year ago, and I opened one up, and they had Black Lives Matter protesting with their signs and stuff, and I said, I'm done. Forget it. Put it all back. So, you know, my comic book shop owner, he lost about $13. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't, or I redistributed somewhere else. I didn't buy those.
Yeah. Speaking of comic shop owners, I visited my old LCS from back in the day
Uh huh.
uh, about a week ago, and man, what a disappointment that the whole thing has changed. It's nothing but board gaming and card gaming stuff.
And maybe some manga.
Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of manga, a lot of pop heads, little stupid things. Um,
That was
yeah,
issue
I mean,
4.
I couldn't even get any help. I had to go track somebody down just to try to find the boxes and boards, and then they had nothing in stock. They had tops for short boxes with no bottoms,
Yeah,
and then they
I
had
mean, like you say, it's hard to find. That was issue 5. It's hard to find supplies right now in a lot of places,
yeah, it's been tough around here.
which is ridiculous. I mean, and I have told my friend for at least 10 years, invest in comic book supplies. If you think 10 years from now you're going to be doing it, it doesn't hurt. It's archival safe. It's not going to go bad. It's just fine if you keep it climate controlled.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so buy extra if you can, and you'll always have some on hand. Now, I don't always do that because I don't always have the funds, but when I have the funds, I stock up.
Yeah,
Um,
I do the same thing when I can.
Now, this is one of 2 that I know of die cut comic covers. The very first one I saw was from Malibu, and that was Ferret #1, cut out around his head. Well, Neil Adams did it with his cover of Crazy Man #1, Volume 2. And here's Neil Adams' cover with die cut.
Oh, I like that one. That's nice.
Yeah.
That
And
ferret is that the one that had the bullet hole in it as well?
no, no,
Do you remember which one
no,
I'm?
that was a separate issue. That was like issue 5, I think, of the
Okay,
Protectors, or 3. I showed that not too long ago. Went
did
all the
you?
way
Okay,
through.
you're right. Yeah,
Have you got that one?
yep, sure do.
Okay. Yeah, the ferret is actually even more die cut around it than this is, but this is of course, nice Neil Adams. If you like Neil Adams, his continuity comics.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was a pretty cool little gimmick they did there, but not too many people did it. I wonder if it was just because of expense.
now this is Pat Lee. I don't know if you're familiar with Pat Lee, but this is Pat Lee's first work, Blood Pool #2 from Image. You probably have these.
Oh, yep, sure do.
Blood Pools. This is his first work, Pat Lee.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that
Did
was
you
his
know
first
that?
book.
Do
No,
you
I
know
had no.
Pat Lee's work?
Now that
Because
you tell me Bloodpool,
he's
I
pretty
recognize him.
good now, and made a name for himself. And I found out about that and made sure I had all these
Is he
because it's his first work.
independent now, or is he still big too? Or
Uh, that's I really couldn't tell you. I mean,
no?
I consider Image kind of independent, but then again, I don't, because
Yeah,
they put out so much. And I guess same thing with Dark Horse. Um, this issue 3, so I guess you have that as well.
oh yes, sir.
Uh, I don't know if you ever read it. Did you read all those Image comics? I wanted to
Oh
ask.
yeah, yeah. I don't remember them all because I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
and
Image
it's
was a
been
lot
so
more
many
about
years.
that, and then Image was
One of
a lot
4,
heavier
very
on artwork than on story. It seems like.
very Kirby-esque.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, Night World #1 of 4. And I have the trade paperback. I got the trade paperback not too long ago. I think with 1 through 4. And
Now that must have been a little bit later of an Image book 'cause I don't believe
yeah,
I had that one.
yeah. Oh, and Triple Helix. Yeah. In IDW #1, John Byrne cover. And I think they're interconnecting. But there's #1 of Triple Helix. Next Man, Triple Helix, he's kind of riffing on the X-Men, kind of trying to create his own X-Men. War of the Independents. Now, this is #2, and these are all black heroes from smaller independent publishers. Now, number one from Red Anvil of War of the Independents has Cyber Frog up in the right hand corner and other, known characters. These are lesser known. Although I do have some of these in comics, but then I like the obscure things. But this was War of the Independents, where it took neat idea. I took all these properties and put them together. Like I think the one with uh, Cyber Frog on it has like milk and cheese and maybe the badger and just other things that you'd know. I don't know. It's
Right.
kind of strange.
I'm gonna have to see if I can track that one down. I'm kind of a Cyberfrog completed.
Oh yeah. I think I got mine for fairly reasonable. Uh, yeah. I mean, it won't cost you an arm and a leg yet, I don't think, but you better hop on it. Pun intended. I really love this cover. Bought multiple ones when Hastings was going out. I got this one for 8 cents. Aftershock Genesis #1. It was originally only $1.
That's pretty cool with the cover though.
Yeah, I know. I like it. Yeah, I mean that's just a hand and Aftershock has really come out with some good titles. I've really heard some good reviews on some stuff. Here's a free previews of Secret Wars. Nice Doctor Doom cover. Although, just that coloring, man, it's so dark. I just the
Yeah, as
the
soon as it
modern
backs off from the
sensibility
camera,
of huh?
it just blurs together. As soon as you're
Yeah,
backing away from the
it
camera.
really does. Only 25 copies of the Victorian issue 1 and receive one free signed Jim Steranko special edition.
Whoa.
Well, the Victorian. This is a preview free from January 1999. But this is actually a sticker on the thing, uh, stuck on the cover, but fairly thin, easy to get damaged. The thickness of a book, if it's really thin, it's more prone to get bent and color breakage and stuff. Here's Free Comic Book Day Valiant 25th Anniversary Special featuring Bloodshot Reborn in this as well. Black Banner, so that's all the Valiant characters. Exo Man of War. I've went back and tried to get. I rarely catch Free Comic Book Day, but if it interests me, I try and get them. If they're not too much. This is the all new, all different Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all different, all right.
Yeah, I know. This shows you the state of comics as it is. Captain America is not really Captain America. Um, Nova's a little kid. Miles Morales is Spider Man, not Peter Parker anymore. You have the
Horrible
stretchy.
America Chavez. Yeah.
Is she in there?
Isn't that the stretchy one, America Chavez? Or she?
No, that's a different character, I
Oh, that's a
believe.
different one. Okay.
This is Miss Marvel.
Right. Right.
It has the female Thor up here. So,
Yeah.
and the champions that was around this time, I heard was just woke garbage. Just champions, and I like the original champions, but
I did like the coloring on the Vision on that cover. Other than
yeah.
that, that's about it.
Well, that's the traditional coloring. I mean,
Hmm.
costume. I didn't like the white version that I think John Byrne did. I can understand why he did it, and it kind of made it into Endgame, I guess, or that's what they
Yeah.
were thinking about. When he took the gem from him.
Right.
DC Collectibles Essentials. Which that's always neat when they can photograph the toys like that of characters.
Yeah, it's pretty sharp.
Yeah. Dark Tower, the drawing of the three, Stephen King, free preview from Marvel, Peter David doing the writing on it. Little hopscotch there. Menacing shadow. Playing with dolls, boy. Need to harden up, boy. I have no idea what's in. Now, I mentioned this the other day. This is another Brereton cover from 1995. Neil Gaiman's Lady Justice. Free comic book day. Super genius, it says up here. And I never noticed that. So super genius. That's what Y.E. Coyote used to say. Y.E. Coyote, super genius.
Yeah.
So maybe super genius is now taken and you can't use that. I don't know. But I think Lady Justice is just has potential. You know, it's been out for a while. Don't know her story, but a book I never bought, but I always looked at on the stands. Captain Canuck. This is number 3, Chapter House Comics. The original Guardian of the True North is back, like you've never seen him before. So sort of a redo of Captain Canuck. This is about his third redo from his second redo that I know of, because they renewed him before even this. Although I think that looks better than the first redo was. Matt Wagner, The Shadow, Year 1, Dynamite, number 5. You know, when you're invisible to people, you can, have that long flowing, everything. Capes seem like me, they're a hindrance, This is number 4 of Shadow, Year 1. That's something else that's become popular, Year 1. Of course, black sensitive cover, like the noir.
Yeah,
Pulp
that's a good
feel.
looking cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is Alex.
everything became Year 1 though after Batman, didn't it?
Yeah. Aquaman, Year 1, you name it.
Yeah.
I think this has got slight water damage, unfortunately. Alex Ross cover. Only got 50 cents for it. Number 4, and I swear this is after Humphrey Bogart right here. In like Casablanca, smoking the cigarette. It doesn't look like him in the face, but you can tell it's taken from him. But nice Alex Ross multiple panel cover. Look at that nose on Lamont Cranston. He always had the nose.
Yeah.
I guess this is him in 2 different scenes without the hat and scarf and everything, because the nose is the same. It's almost like a penguin nose. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, hey, Rick. Are you gonna be on tonight with Apex, or is that tomorrow?
It's on Saturday at midnight. Yes, I'll be on with that, and we will be interviewing Jason from Bascom from Unhinged Entertainment.
Okay, I got to make sure I'm there for that one.
Now, are you going through your phone or are you going through YouTube? Hi, Belmont.
I'm on my phone right now.
Okay, so you can't see the chat.
No, I can't see the chat at the moment.
Okay,
so sorry, guys, can't see you.
That's quite all right. I'm going to see, or I guess I could just go to my channel. I'm having trouble finding the stream. Here it is. I always go to my channel. I just wanted to make sure everyone had a wrench. Belmont Press is in here.
Belmont, how you doing, buddy?
Is in here, like a lion, but with an R, Ryan. And he has a wrench. Just want to say hi to them. Yeah, I really like these. I tried to get the shadow cover. This Fran Cavill, or whatever his name is. He did some Archies that were really nice, and maybe they're in this box. I don't know. Actually, this one needs to be replaced because I can feel, it's kind of been, it can indent the cover, and I'll do that later. But this is number 5 of The Shadow from Dynamite. See, you can kind of put this back there and kind of know what's going on.
Yeah,
And, you know, I don't,
even with the dark coloring on that one, it's balanced better. It's
yeah, yeah. This is a Darwin Cook. You remember Darwin Cook?
oh yeah.
And now he's sadly passed away.
Oh,
This is,
I wasn't aware of that.
oh, yeah, he's been gone for years.
Mm.
Died
Well,
way
I was
too
out
early.
for a while, and
Yeah,
yeah,
this
one of the
is,
big ones. I don't know if you remember. Matt Hughes used to
that does
work with.
not look like his stuff, though, but it is. Matt Hughes?
Yeah, he worked with Brian Polito on the early Lady Death issues.
Oh, is he gone?
I guess, yeah, he passed
I,
away. I didn't realize. And
I think somebody, I think I heard somebody say that in a conversation about a month or so ago. Yeah.
yeah, I was highly disappointed when I came back to comics and found out he was gone.
Uh, well, yeah, like Michael Turner, way too young, or that artist,
Oh, that's another one.
Waringo, that did the Fantastic Four. He's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's
And then of course
Alex
we've
Ross
had a
covered at number 10. Alex Ross really did some great stuff with these
man. Look at
books.
that cape, the detail on there. That is just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, nobody does it. Like, I really think he's the next Neil Adams, you know. And I've said that since he's come out. I said he's the next Neil Adams. Um, I
Yeah, I
mean,
think my first exposure to him was the Kingdom Come stuff. And
oh, it wasn't Marvel's.
oh, mate, you know what? It probably was Marvel.
And
Yep.
his first stuff was Terminator.
Now that I don't believe. Now that was Dark Horse at the time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't collect a
I
lot
think
of Dark Horse.
Terminator Burning Earth, because there were many different Terminators, but I think it's
Hmm.
Terminator Burning Earth. That's his first professional comic book work. In fact, he was working his day job and doing that when he got off. You know,
Right.
he was actually working two jobs. Don't know who did this cover, but it is nice. This is number 12, black sensitive cover.
Well, they really did stick with that shadow theme on these covers. That's
Yeah,
But I like that one too. That's a little Frank Miller feeling, a little Sin
yeah,
City.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, simple. Uh, you know, when I think of Frank Miller, I think of just a real simple design. He generally picks a pretty simple design, which that's not always easy to do, to pull off. I mean,
Yeah, he also did a lot of the drawing off of black and using the white, and like
hmm
some of those early Frank Miller images in some of the Sin City books, you have to look at for a minute just to figure out what it is. You know what I mean? It's kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
it's
you
just
do.
shapes at first.
This is number 12. I like images within images.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's black and white, so it's going to be condition sensitive. Of course, these books aren't that old. I mean, early 2000s, but
Right.
still, I mean, um, they haven't been published for a while. Here's number 15. I think you'll really like that one.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, make my day.
That almost looks like it was a photograph that was or photo
Yeah.
reference maybe.
Yeah, you know that one artist kind of worked that way, that did the Punishers, the photorealistic Punishers. That's
Oh
kind
yeah,
of a
yeah, yeah.
that's kind of a cheat to me. I mean, it seems like anybody that works that way, like Greg Land or that gentleman there, or even Alex Ross, he works from photos.
Hmm.
Um, you know, it's like, oh, his stuff's so good. Yeah, but he's kind of got, you know, it's almost like rotoscoping with
Yeah.
animation, you
Hmm.
know. Um, that's kind of it's a tool. Um, if it doesn't become a trope, then you're kind of using it as a tool. But when you go back to the well and go back to the well. I want to see that you can do it all. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
there's not a lot of people that can do it all. They're doing what they're and starting out. That's fine. They're starting with their strong points. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you listen to Todd McFarlane, that's what he did on Infinity Inc. He said I couldn't draw that well, so I dazzled him with my design, and he did have that early Todd McFarlane caught my eye, and I started reading it or picking it up because of he was doing something different in comics, and then after he started developing his style and doing other things, he kind of abandoned that. But I was attracted to that because it had not been done in comics that I could see.
Yeah, I
Not
think
set.
the first thing I saw from McFarlane was his Gray Hulk work when he was on the Hulk book.
Oh yeah, and that's really exaggerated, isn't it?
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, and but it did, like you said, it drew me in, and then of course, when he took over on Spider-Man, it was just yeah,
that's Alex Ross. Uh,
yeah, again,
it looks
beautiful.
like he's going up against the Ghost. I don't know, but some lighted character. It's almost like it's dispelling his shadow. Shredding his
Mm,
costume. This is his Dark Phoenix moment, I guess, right? Like Wolverine, where he's
yeah,
burning and healing and burning and healing.
uh, that poor guy, man.
Yeah, I
They
mean
put Wolverine through so much stuff.
they put him through a ringer. Now, this would be in perfect shape just about but again, black, it shows up, you know, uh, this is the Shadow Annual from 2013. But unfortunately, we have a little diagonal on that corner, and you can see that from way off, can't you? Even me not going full screen. I mean, it's just that it's not like one of these streaky folds that's supposed to be there. That is breakage of color going across there, unfortunately, on that corner.
Oh, yeah, that's a shame.
Easily seen against black. That's what I'm talking about. Easily seen. Other than that, it's a nice copy. But that's the annual, the 2013 annual Alex Ross cover.
Hey
Uh,
Rex, sorry, I'm gonna have to cut out for a few minutes. The wife wants to talk to me about something.
sure,
And
and you can come back if you want to.
all right, if you're still on, I'll be back in a little bit.
I'll be on. Sure.
All right, thank you.
All right, we have Mask #1 from Dynamite, and I believe this is Jay Lee cover with the Spider. He was in Kato and Green Hornet and the Shadow. Um, Mask was kind of like the team up of these characters, uh, and just an awesome Jay Lee cover. I love the stuff that Jay Lee's doing now. Of course, he did a couple Cyber Frog covers. The Shadow back there, I mean the Spider having red webbing there. All these guys were in serials, Saturday morning serials. Your pulps first, but they made it into, and there were a lot of heroes. A lot of heroes in the Golden Age that never made it into their own serial, but all these guys did. The Spider had very successful, and most of them were successful on radio. I've shown some old enameled Spider rings, which are pretty neat. Couple different styles. This is #3 of Mask. Kyle Ritter. Wow, Kyle Ritter colors on it. Well, let me check this other one. Who knew I had some Kyle Ritter besides Cyberfrog? Wow. At least you can tell his signature. I could get this signed by him if we ever have it for Fans Fest. But yeah, Kyle Ritter colors on this. See his signature there? Kyle Ritter, the Cyber Frog colorist himself. Got to go out and get it. Number 3, mask number 3 from Dynamite. You probably pick one up. Fairly inexpensive. This is mask number 3. Now they have A and B covers and stuff. So this came out in 2012. Has Zorro as an addition on this one, right there in the middle. Zorro mask. Mask number 4. This is Alex Ross cover again. Nice to see sort of a limited palette here. It's really nice. I mean, it shows the men and women, and then shows in the shadow what they are. That's pretty innovative. I like that. Mask number 4 again, another cover. Mask number 5. Got Zorro out front here in this one with his sword. Number 6. This is Kyle Ritter inks or colors. I'm sorry, colors. Kyle has a lighter palette. He likes warm colors, seems like. So that's pretty neat to see some Kyle Ritter coloring. This is a Fran Cavill cover again. I like his stuff. He did some Archie Afterlife books, I know. Maybe they're in this box. I don't know. But this is number 7 in Mask. Very nice, compelling with the spider card there. Shadow and and on this version of the Green Hornet, they gave him the sort of hardened look mask. I like his stuff. I like scratchy stuff. I like stuff like Sean Gordon Murphy. Like his style, even though before I knew who he was. I like gritty. I like all kinds of styles. This was in 2003. This is number 7. Now the shadow has a mouth. I mean, the spider there has a mouth in this one. Sort of a Joker grin. I don't know. Thought that was like a full face mask. Really. Please hit that like button before you leave, if you don't mind. Another Kyle Ritter color job. This is on mask number 7. And unfortunately on these they don't tell you if it's A or B or C cover, whatever. Dynamite does do a lot of different covers. That there's some Kyle Ritter coloring. I mean, just how he, did the stone texture on that gargoyle. That's pretty neat. The clock. Let's see. This is mask number 7 again. Alex Ross cover. Defeated heroes at the feet of the clock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Oh, Superpowers project number 0. Yes. I think I might have showed one of these the other day. Of course, you have the claw back here, which is sadly obscured by the symbol, Green Lima, the Flame, Black Terror, and Daredevil, the original Daredevil. Death Defying Devil, I believe they called him in the Superpowers project. Alex Ross cover. I like that on the Black Terror, they made his skull and crossbones on his chest kind of glow. That's kind of nice. And did that all throughout that run. Here's Superpowers Project, the American Spirit, which is like a, you can tell it's like a figure underneath an American flag. That's pretty neat. Redesign, and the Scarab, which is probably maybe Blue Beetle. I don't know, but number 6. Of course, you can't use Blue Beetle. DC owns that, but yeah, American Spirit. That's pretty cool. Reach out and touch. The Inheritors feature. This is Superheroes Project Chapter 2, I guess. S2. Number 1, featuring the Inheritors. So here's the Inheritors, which I think were like maybe the sidekicks put together into a team. Looks like it to me. Because there's like Kitten from Catman, and looks like the sidekicks is in a team. The Inheritors. And that would make sense, right? They're going to inherit the mantle of their predecessors. That's Alex Ross cover. And Black Terror versus President Power, the Future Man. And that ain't Joe Biden. Just saying. Number 1. Alex Ross cover. Sort of a being of darkness, the Black Terror versus President Power, a being of light. And presidential seal back there. Nice Alex Ross cover. The Death Defying Devil and Black Terror. This is number 5 of the Chapter 2 Project Superpowers. Nice Alex Ross cover. With the lighting and everything, he kind of made not all blue, but sort of a greenish tint on his costume. That's kind of interesting. Reminiscent of even the Vision with that red side of the face turned like that, like Shadowhawk was talking about earlier. Nice logos they had. Of course, they're public domain characters and can be used. I'm going to drop the link again just to make sure. Anybody wants to come on, you can. I'll be watching. Waiting. Black Terror. I think I showed this the other day. Number 1. Just happened to pick a box. I like when a plan comes together, when I can tie in to other shows. Black Terror number 1 here, another cover. Now, I didn't have one of these, but Alex Ross cover. Holding the skull and crossbone flag back there. Black Terror number 3. Alex Ross cover. I think I might have shown that the other day in that other box. Doesn't hurt to have multiples. I found that out when starting a comic book shop. I didn't have anything to sell because it was all my collection. So I started buying multiples after that. If I wanted to put something in the shop, I had to kind of trade for it. Or this is number 3 of Black Terror with the chains, bondage cover. This is nice, but on a black scheme like that, on a blue scheme like that, you lose the black and you just see terror there in red. These really did have top-notch covers, though. Black Terror, number 4 here. I think I showed one of these the other day. I remember the rod going across there in a diagonal. The rod. Beware the rod. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Gave 8 cents for that one. Black sensitive cover here, number 4, Reunion, question mark. His little sidekick there with him. He's kind of ripping the cover page with his, or at least sort of like a lightning bolt. Looks like it might have been slashing, but may not be. A lot of black. I was glad to get these in the shape that they were in. They were in pretty decent shape. Okay, 31 cents for that one. Because these are condition sensitive. Here's number 9. Black covers. I mean, these have got to be some of the hardest to get high grades in. It just is. Even though they're not any older than what they are. And they've got great Alex Ross covers. I showed you a Virgin cover to number 11. Here's the one with the logo. The other day, maybe yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, we looked at the Virgin cover to this with just the artwork. It's kind of neat that they put in the action figures. Alex Ross. And then here I showed one of these, number 13. Showed one of these yesterday. But Dynamite really does show one of these, number 14, with the parrot. I really like the coloring on that, just like it overall. Very nice Alex Ross cover. He really did some nice stuff for Dynamite. Legendary Tail Spinners. Dynamite Entertainment presents number 1 with a little flying monkey action going on here, and looks like maybe Baron Munchausen. I don't know. Would be my guess. Legendary Tail Spinners. Flying monkeys from Oz. Gave 8 cents for that one. Legendary, a cyberpunk adventure. This is issue 2. Oh yeah, bustier. Sort of a steampunk type thing with, like, you'll see here in a minute, I think. This is number 3. Dynamite's really sort of under the radar, but man, they put out some nice stuff. Here's number 5. Sort of reimagining of some of the characters. Here's like Green Hornet and Kato. This is Legendary Green Hornet, issue 1 from Dynamite. Green Hornet with a top hat and goggles, like Carol's Cookies. Steampunk goodness. Sort of set in the past. That's kind of interesting. Here's Legendary Green Hornet, issue 2. I need to look on these. Kind of has me interested to see if Kyle Davis or Kyle Ritter, rather, may have done some of the coloring on some of these. This is Kato Origins #1 from the pages of Matt Wagner's Green Hornet Year 1. I have a whole 8 cents for that one. Kato Origins. Kato #2 from the pages of Kevin Smith's Green Hornet. So he did write Green Hornet there for a while. Kevin Smith, who did Daredevil and other things. Actor. #4 of Kato. Of course, female version of Kato. Nice logo. They all had nice. And that's the thing about Dynamite. Dynamite's kind of like CrossGen. High production standards. Their stuff looks gorgeous. In most cases. This is #6, an issue #6. And another version of #6. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess maybe old Kato, new Kato, female Kato. I'm guessing. Bruce Lee after he's kind of gotten older and chubbier. Okay. #9. Mentoring, yes. Pull my finger. That's what he's saying to her. I'm just a guess. You can learn a valuable life lesson by just that. I know I did. I love this cover for obvious reasons. #12. Jessica Rabbit proportions, wouldn't you say? Kind of, sort of, almost. Who cares? Ooh, if that was a stamp. If that was a stamp, well, just think about it. What do you do with a stamp? You stick it on things. #13. They have self-adhesive now. You don't even have to lick them. It's nice. Green Hornet Strikes #1. Yeah. I'm not holding it upside down. Oh, 35 cents for that one. Like this, going underwater, #2 of Green Hornet Strikes. Now that's nice. Green Hornet Strikes #3. This is a is it John Cassidy? It's a Cassidy cover. JC. That's neat. Very effective. Reverse silhouette there in white. #4, another Cassidy cover. Okay. Uh, hmm. Number 5. A lot of black on these covers. Don't see a signature on that. Of course, the great thing is in the back of these, they generally show you all the different covers, the A, the B, the C, the variant covers, the virgin, whatever, the retailer incentive covers. So that's almost like a checklist. That's one thing I really like about Dynamite. Really shows you. Here's Green Hornet Year 1, number 2. This is also a Cassidy cover. With this design here, it's almost a little of Art Nouveau from the 20s. Really nice. Let's see, I can put this way back here and you know what's going on. Very nice. Like that they did a little streaking here. This almost looks like it might be metal. Something, you know. Very nice. The way they framed that in. He hunts the the biggest of all game. Kind of hard to read because the character's obscuring it, which is man. This is another Cassidy cover, the Green Hornet Year 1, number 3. Matt Wagner writing. I mean, besides black, it's different graduations of green, so it's pretty neat. Except for a little yellow up here in his scarf. This is sort of a lime, which has more yellow in it. But yeah, you can use one color effectively if you know what you're doing. Very nice cover. Cassidy cover. Viewership is down. People must be, during summertime. I don't know. Green Hornet Year 1, number 4. This is another Cassidy cover. Gotta think about that Hornet music that they used to use in the serials. And I think they may have used it in the 66 show too. Green Hornet was like maybe 13 episodes in 1966. Did a crossover with Batman at the time. Uh, this is another Cassidy cover, number 5. A lot of black. Nice to have these, man. They're great looking covers. Any of these would be great to get slabbed if you had them in high grade because they're going to be condition sensitive. I don't know. These are not going to have sold like Marvel and DC, so they're going to be lower print run on them, unfortunately, because they're top notch books. This is number 4. This was Mark Waid. This is a Riviera cover, whoever that is. Rivera, not Riviera. Rivera cover. Mark Waid did this. I tried to group them up where they'd all be the same, and I kind of went by the credits and stuff when I boxed and photographed these. Friday Night Karen in Tights is on. Oh, okay. Well, if you need to jump over there, you need to do what you need to do. Tree dog. I know you're a little mod, if that's what I can call you. This is number 5, the Mark Waid one. Nice coloring on that. Very nice. Everything's easily seen, easily translated. And with a limited palette, that's what impresses me. Here's number 9. Now, this is stark contrast. You got brown and green, but the other was almost like one color. It's kind of going against the tide, isn't he? One direction, everybody going the other. The day when everybody wore fedoras, wore hats. Can you imagine that? I don't watch these beaches. Yeah, I don't either. Number 10 of Green Hornet. Mark Wade's run there. His gas gun, he carried a gas gun. That kind of made him different. Kind of like the Sandman. The Sandman was probably DC's ripoff of, if I had my guess, uh, of Green Hornet. Of course, Green Hornet was, his ancestor was the Lone Ranger, believe it or not. This is Kevin Smith's run. Another Alex Ross cover showing a very stylized, updated Black Beauty, their car, number 2. Kind of went with a diagonal design there to add a little bit more dramatic than just if it was like this. Put it at a diagonal. Paid 15 cents for that one. Number 3 of Kevin Smith's Green Hornet, Alex Ross cover with the spider back here, and both Katos, the older and the younger Green Hornet. This is one of the most intriguing covers because I want to know what's the difference in these two Katos and these two Green Hornets. That kind of, my first Amazing Spider-Man was the first clone story where you had Spider-Man going up against Spider-Man. I wanted to know what was going on. Same thing here. You see the same character, a little bit different, but same character, or maybe he looks the same. Kind of makes you wonder what's going on. That's what the cover should do, entice you to look in it. This is Kevin Smith, number 3, Green Hornet, John Casty cover. I think his first name's John. I forget. It's got that stylized JC there. I don't know, which always looks like an eye to me. This is number 3, of course, black sensitive cover. Sort of a hulking, Kato there. I don't know. Kind of different. Kind of like Mr. Hyde, I don't know. This is a John Casty cover. I think it's John, isn't it? Number 4, Kevin Smith run. I'm sorry about the abrupt exit earlier. The link is there if you want to come back. The link is right up there. If you want to come back, if you can. Another Alex Ross cover, Green Hornet, number 5 of number 4 rather, of Kevin Smith. Run on that. Colorful. Thing about Alex Ross covers, most of the time you can tell what's going on. Not always. Sometimes they can get cluttered too, like on Secret Wars and stuff. Hey, life happens, Shadow. Life happens. You got to take care of business. Family's what's important. This is another Alex Ross cover, number 5 of Green Hornet. These covers were epic, man. I'm glad to see Alex Ross not just sticking with Marvel or DC, but like doing this stuff for Dynamite and other things. He's not the most affordable artist, I'm sure, but he's getting to work with these characters. I'm sure that's what he's wanting to do, is work with the characters, these old characters that he reveres. And I respect that. Here's number 6 of the Kevin Smith run. Another John Casty cover. It is John, isn't it? John Casty? Not sure. Casty's the last name. Bond. James Bond. One viewer? You got to be kidding me. Man, I'm dying on a stick here. Green Hornet, number 6. Another, little Kato action going on here. Is that allowed? I mean, the hero Seduces his own sidekick? Yeah, why not? Alex Ross cover. You see an Alex Ross cover, you kind of know it. Not always. This is number 7, Alex Ross cover. I'd have to look at that. But yeah, it's got Alex Ross written on it, if you're familiar with this stuff. But he does such a variety. I mean, he really does some innovative stuff, I think. Stuff you don't see very often on a consistent basis. Here's good use of black and white and color. This is number 7 that Kevin Eastman run on Green Hornet. Gave 8 cents for that. Green Hornet on one side and the Spider, another pulp radio hero, along with Doc Savage and the Shadow. And there was a big 3 in my mind. There was Doc Savage, the Man of Bronze, the first original Superman. They even built him as Superman before Superman, and Green Hornet and the Shadow. I guess that's who I'm thinking of. Number 9. Now this is a trippy cover, like what they did with the logo here. Alex Ross cover. Oh! Green Hornet with like the reflection of Kato there and the metal gun. Kind of nice. Different. Green Hornet, number 10. This is, again, the Kevin Smith run. His writing. On the little dart. I wonder if it's drugged. I don't know. The Stinger. Okay, 33 cents for that one. Here's number 10 of Green Hornet. Another Alex Ross cover. Gave 8 cents for it. Number 12, Alex Ross cover. This is kind of like after the battle, right? Him walking off, bleeding. Looks like maybe police officer or firefighter here. I don't know. He may be being arrested. How rude. Now, one thing they did do with this, they gave him compound eyes. Like here, this shows it off really well. Number 18. They gave him compound eyes like an insect. It's kind of different. Nice cover. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Like 35 cents for that. 33 cents for this one. Number 21. Oh, taking it on the chin. Again, the reflection in his eye there, Kato. Kato delivering a punch. Looks like a lefty, a southpaw there. Here's number 22. Nice stuff. Number 26. That's kind of nice. Kirby Genesis. This is an Aztec cover, too. It lifts up. Alex Ross cover. This is number 4. Of course, Captain Victory here, and I believe White Star, maybe. It's been so many years. I don't think that's right. But all Kirby characters, Kirby Genesis. I like these. Some of them did sport awesome covers. This one's an acetate cover. Really like acetate covers. A clear piece of mylar wrapped around there, and you lift it up. There's a other image behind the images that's on the cover. This almost looks like one seam, like it's not a acetate cover, but it is. He even got the lettering into it, you know. Very nice. Gave $3.20 for that bad boy. Here's another one. Alex Ross cover, Kirby Genesis. Number 3. Number 3. It's interesting to see, you know, Jack or Alex Ross sort of channel his Kirby vibe, you know. Here he is. Boom. There's Shadowhawk. Hopefully you weren't behind
Hey,
the
Albert.
scenes too long.
Hey, Rex, how you doing there, buddy?
Pretty good, pretty good. Codename Action, Book 1. Has the Green Hornet, the Crusader, the Devil, which is the Death-defying Devil, Daredevil, the Spider, and Green Llama.
Green Llama?
Yeah, Green Llama. He goes.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him.
You don't remember him?
No.
Okay. Well, he was strictly Golden Age. Ray Boy did a lot of covers. Famous. Let's see. I'll show you what the Green Llama looks like. Let's see.
I mean, I've probably seen him and just don't recognize the name.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Well, here he is. Here. This is not a very good depiction, but number 2. He's sort of the robed green character there. Had some best work.
Okay, I do remember him now. All right.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of a.
I think the name was throwing me off. He's like a llama, like an Eastern mystic type. Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay. I was thinking, llama.
Oh, that throws me off too, because my mind goes to the pachyderm or whatever. Micronauts number 2 by IDW. I guess that's a Rottweiler, Bull Mastiff. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, was this IDW stuff? Were they just like redoing the early stuff?
No, this is brand new that IDW was doing with Micronauts.
That cover reminds me of something from the original Micronauts series.
Well, I'm sure they probably influenced, and Mike Golden did a lot of nice covers.
Yeah, I love that early series, man. I got I think I got most
1. There's the villain, of course.
Baron Cars.
He was kind of half horse, wasn't he?
Yeah, him and the there was a good guy version of him. Basically,
you're probably like me. You didn't have the toys, did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I wish I still had them. Those Micronauts are expensive now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers, number 1 from Dynamite.
Wow, that's going to be a sensitive cover.
Yeah, in its own right, huh?
Yeah. I kind of like that layout and design. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about the character design that much, but
well, it's the Kirby, Captain Victory.
Oh, okay.
From the early 80s. This is just like the Micronauts. They picked up the property and did stuff with Kirby, like the Kirby Genesis couple that I just showed had the old Kirby stuff in it.
I just missed it.
Here's number 2. And I showed some Kyle Ritter stuff.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, right as I was cutting out, I heard you say.
As you were cutting out, and I had several books that had Kyle Ritter colors.
Oh man, I might have to go out. It's all right. I'll rewatch. You're right. It's good for the hours, man.
Yeah. Here's Captain Victory number 1, Alex Ross cover, Kirby Genesis. It's interesting to see him do, his take on Kirby.
Wow.
Because he really did try and do it Kirby-esque, do justice to the characters that Kirby created.
His paint work is just awesome, man.
Yeah, and I mean, something like that might go for starting price like $50,000.
Oh
I don't know.
man. Yeah, probably.
That's what I've heard, but I
I'm
wouldn't doubt
really
it.
have you been watching any of Shanthan Jetty's stuff?
Yes, I
Nosferatu?
caught him a little bit yesterday. It's interesting to see him work on, um, one piece, one day and then pick it up and work on it again, and develop it more
Yeah,
and more.
yeah.
I
Yeah, I love
really
the way
like that
he
about
lays
the
down
YouTube
layers.
thing is that people can, though, on those draw streams, they say they're boring. They don't have to be. I think some people really like them, especially if they're into the artist, to see that this is the book I'm going to be getting, or this is how it's done. And I think anybody interested in doing their own book in the future, uh, really appreciates that. I know I do.
Oh yeah, I enjoy him.
And
Um,
I think this is the artist that did like Powers and the Victors or whatever, Victories or whatever it was. There's Captain Victory #2. Okay, $4.47 for that. Outrageous. Here's number
highway rob
3. Huh?
highway robbery.
Now, you don't see the hero being spat upon very often, but he's being spat
Oh,
upon here. Alex Ross cover. The spittle is flying right
oh
at his
yeah, it
face.
is.
Yeah, lined up.
That's not a good way to start a conversation.
No, no, it's not. But if he's your drill sergeant, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I
No, I
never
really
went
like
into the
this.
military.
Number 4, uh, Alex Ross cover.
Oh, that's
Look at those shark
the
men.
shark men.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is nice and condition sensitive. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
this whole box has been like black covers because Dynamite's done a bunch of them. First
Yeah,
the shadow ones, and then the mask ones. And
but
I
that's
mean,
another one that even as dark as the colors are and stuff, you can still read it well. It's just a nice
uh huh.
cover.
This is Alex Ross, number
Yeah,
6. Colorful.
oh, for sure.
Yeah. It has that Marvel cosmic grandness to it. Of
I'm
course,
just noticing though, it looks like on those covers there, he's using that kind of a diagonal line device on quite a
yeah.
few of them.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
was just discussing that they on like, and I don't even know that it was his, but it was a Green Hornet cover,
uh-huh.
and with Kato and Black Hornet, Green Hornet, and it was set on a diagonal. Um, if I can
Oh,
find it here,
nice.
huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Dutch
the old
angle.
Batman TV series. They used to film a lot of the scenes at kind of that little bit of an angle. Just to,
Hmm. I made a comment about that probably while you were gone. That
yeah, it must have been while I was gone. Sorry about that.
yeah, one of the uh, yeah, one of the see if I can find it here just real quick again. I don't know. There was a bunch of Green Hornet by Mark Wade, by Kevin. Uh,
Were
what's his
those some of
name?
the ones that Kyle was covering,
Yeah.
coloring?
Let's see. What was the title that he was coloring? Uh,
It
but
seems like
yeah, it was for Dynamite. I think
okay.
this is it. Yeah, I was saying, see how they put that on the diagonal,
Yep. Yeah.
and but you could, but it's so much more dramatic.
Yeah. It gives
It would be than that.
like that motion.
Yeah, yeah, and really, this is kind of like manga speed lines. if you
Oh,
look
won't
at it.
that I was just gonna say that too. Like on a
Yeah.
manga book, you got
Hmm.
the yep
You say manga, I say manga.
manga. Yeah.
Yeah, manga,
Well, I
manga.
remember back in the day, we used to call it
That's gonna bug me now. Which ones were called?
Japanimation back in the early '80s when I first started seeing it. Maybe later '80s when I first
Uh huh.
started seeing it. But they called it Japanimation or
Well,
some people were already saying manga and
going back, it really surprised me. Um, it really surprised me that I guess I could boom do that, huh? Uh, uh, that I mean, I mentioned this before, but they had Marine Boy. That was and of course Speed Racer and um, although I'm not sure, and Astro Boy. I don't know about those
as
two ever seeing those, but there was Astro Boy, of course, and early stuff from Japan was
yeah.
being sold to the American market. And another one was Marine Boy, but before that, King Kong, um,
Oh, okay.
uh, and also um,
Was
Tobor the Eighth Man. Tobor was robot spelled backwards. That's the
oh
first
yeah.
cartoon I remember ever seeing. I mean, it came out like 66 and I was born in late 65. I was very young, but I
Okay.
remember that. I was I I remember being upset that I they didn't show it today and they didn't show it next week and they didn't show it. It was gone, I
Oh
remember
man.
they took it off the air, and I was like, that was my first because I loved it so much.
Yeah,
The
that's crushing when you're a kid, because you
Yeah,
don't understand how TV contracts and stuff work. And
how it works, right?
yeah,
And
so your
yeah,
show just disappears, and you're like, ah, what do I do?
in fact, that yellow next to that alien head, that is Tobor the Eighth Man right there.
Oh, okay.
That's a DVD of Tobor the Eighth Man, and I actually have an eBay piece. It might be over there. Uh, Let me just crawl over there and get it. Okay.
Sure.
Just a second, crew. This work is so outstanding. I bought this on eBay. And Shadowhawk, you
You
go on eBay, you find out, you know, whether they're known and maybe one day they will be known. Um, who knows? Maybe they'll never be known. But I've bought stuff I've liked, original artwork on eBay. You know, you
really?
can a person can even on a budget afford um, original artwork because I
Yeah.
remember you saying that on your video. Uh,
Yeah, I
I,
think I mentioned that somewhere the other night. That's
yeah,
one of the things I really loved about CG is with a lot of these big guys leaving, Marvel and DC
right.
and
And you
coming
were
over
talking
here.
specifically about big guys. I mean, woo!
But
I
at
saw a
the
new
same
site
time,
and
I
subscribed
mean,
to it on YouTube, and they had like a convention sketch of Batman done by John Byrne and another
oh,
like 3 panel thing, five
nice.
hundred and something dollars.
Ooh,
I'm like,
ee.
wow, and really, that's pretty cheap for his
For
work.
John Byrne, yeah, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, it's pretty
Um,
cheap. All right, let me go get that. Just take me a
sure.
second. Hold down the fort for me.
Yes, sir. All right, there. Well, while Rex is crawling through the wreckage to find this amazing piece of artwork that we're going to take a look at here, I'm just going to keep you occupied for a minute with, I don't know, I'm trying to make up some shit. Anyway, uh, we'll just give him a second. And, if anybody gets a chance, go watch B Rose's stream from last night. He actually EFAP'd my first video on my channel, which very grateful for. Thank you, B Rose. You're awesome, dude. Um, that was fun. I haven't gotten to watch. I mean, I watched my own videos that I posted, but it's not the same as like having other people watch while you're pretty neat.
Hopefully, you shield your channel.
What's that, sir?
Hopefully, you've talked about your channel while I was gone.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
good.
know if I can't remember. Rex, were you in the chat last night when I got to B Rose EFAP, my first YouTube video?
Uh, was I where?
Were you in the chat on the in B Rose's channel the other night?
No. Sadly, I wasn't. No.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I see you all the time, so I can't remember which chat you were in.
I try and make the rounds, but
Well, yeah, I try. You know.
now here is Hanna Barbera's Galaxy Trio.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you remember Galaxy Trio? Vapor Man,
Vaguely.
Meteor Man, and
Yeah,
Galaxy Girl, I think.
yeah. I remember Meteor Man and Galaxy Girl, not Vapor
Yeah.
Man.
Now Meteor Man, he could enlarge his fist
Yeah,
like
like
Captain Marvel does, you know.
yeah, the well, is
I'll
that
say one of the best till last. And then you have Mytor, Birdman, and Ghost, Space Ghost. Now I've
oh
shown these before on the channel, but
oh
I
yeah,
don't
that's nice.
I don't know
You
if
know
you've
I
seen
love the
them.
black and white stuff too, right? So it's yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
awesome.
this guy was a competent artist, man. He's drawing what I
Dude,
really like. This
yeah.
stuff right here, and I've been rewatching bootleg copy of Young Samson, uh, which was another one I loved when it was
Young
out
Samson,
from
I
like
remember that vaguely. The name strikes a
67,
chord.
68, and 69. I maybe ran
Okay.
that long. It was nice.
Well, I probably would have seen it in reruns, I'm sure, because I was
Yeah,
born '67, so
right. Yeah, and had wristbands, and he, had a little Vespa or whatever, a little moped type thing, and had a dog. So it's
oh,
like Johnny Quest,
I remember that. Yeah,
and and
okay.
and he would go Samson power or whatever, and then
Yeah,
the dog would become Goliath, a giant uh, lion that had laser beam eyes and could kind of maybe even fly. I don't know, but yeah.
yeah.
But now
I remember it
here,
now that you're
I mean, who
shaking some
does
cobwebs
this,
loose,
man?
right?
Those characters I could tell, but this is obscure. Tobor, nobody remembers Tobor, but there he is, Tobor the Eighth Man.
Okay, here's a question for you. I think it was early '90s. One of the
Hmm.
indie companies came out with a comic called Eighth Man. Was that a reboot of Tobor?
I think I've seen that. Yeah, and might
I
even
think
have
I've
an
got
issue.
#1 of that.
Okay. Hey, if you ever come across that, I'd like to see it. You know,
Yeah. Well, once
I
I
really would.
get set up for better videos on the channel and everything,
Hey, Greg. Greg's in here.
Greg Levitri, Greg,
Yes.
how you doing, buddy? Hey,
Yes, and Godzilla. We like Godzilla around here, Lorenzo.
oh yeah, Gojira.
Gojira, yeah. Did you like the Shin Godzilla?
I
Did you see Godzilla Shin?
Yeah, I watched it recently just because I'd heard so
Oh,
much
did you?
about it. I really
Uh,
didn't like the character design though. I
hmm
mean, they started him off. He looked so damn
More
goofy.
like Mothra, didn't he?
Yeah, and
The
then
caterpillar.
his eyeballs looked like they were like ping pong
Oh, there
balls
it was
with like
weird. It was
yeah,
fleshy. It was
yeah.
raw.
But once he started like mutating and stuff, it got kind of cool. But it still wasn't
Yeah.
Godzilla.
I wanted to give him some Neosporin and a Band-Aid. I mean, it looked pretty wild. I haven't watched it since it came out almost, but maybe once after that. But yeah, it's different for a Godzilla movie for sure.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I had to kind of like not think of it as Godzilla because
Yeah,
that way I could just enjoy it for what it was. Because if you're
yeah,
trying to compare it to
exactly. That's what I
Godzilla, it's
do.
like,
Sometimes you have to detach yourself, and
yeah, because it was still a decent movie, but to me it wasn't Godzilla.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Godzilla, right? Now he's
Yeah.
had several iterations, but that was such a radical departure. Another
I mean,
Alex Ross cover.
he did have a goofy phase in what was that, like the early 70s or whatever, when he had the kind of long neck and the big
Oh yeah,
eyeballs, and they
yeah,
tried to make him a little more kid friendly.
and yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Barney.
Oh.
It was Barney.
Yeah, it was
Really,
kind of, yeah, it
if
was.
you think about it,
And I don't know, I always hated little baby Godzilla in the movies.
yeah.
He
Number
was just,
four, Dragon's
Godzilla
Mane.
should have
That's
kicked
Alex
him into
Ross.
the ocean.
Yeah, actually, they have some great YouTube stuff. I watched one where they actually were going to bring all. Well, look that up on YouTube sometime. The what was it? Kill all monsters, or and they were like on Monster Isle and all that.
Destroy All Monsters, I
Yeah,
think it was.
destroy all monsters. That's
Yep.
it. There's a
Yeah, that
great documentary I watched recently on that. Not very long, and it talks about that they tried to get certain characters, and King Kong was one of them.
really.
Because they did have a Godzilla King Kong
Yeah, and
back.
that's hilarious. I love that one.
Yeah, and actually the one where they had the mechanical Kong also
Oh
had a
yeah, yeah.
mechanical Kong, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like the Mega Godzilla
Yeah,
that was
Mecha Godzilla.
mechanical.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched all those. Do you remember the what was it?
Did you like the turtle, the flying
Oh,
turtle?
Gamera.
Gamera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love all the giant monsters, all the
Uh-huh.
kaiju. I watched them all.
Here's number 3, Alex
What
Ross
did
cover.
Ghidra, I believe, had his own movie. I mean, Mothra. I watched all those. If it was a giant monster, I was in.
Yeah. Well, now some of the designs were a little better than others, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
giant caterpillar, it
Yeah.
doesn't throw fear into me. I'm sorry, and
Yeah, the Mothra was even when she transformed into the giant moth, still not really scary. I mean,
Alex Ross cover. Bring the
ooh,
thunder.
again, Alex Ross. What can you say?
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see him do something other than Spidey, Captain America. You know,
Oh, for sure. I mean, because he's
it's nice to see what he can do with some of these pulp heroes.
and
And
I bet you he enjoys it too. Because he's
he
been
does. Oh,
doing
I bet that's why he did it. Yeah.
for
Here's
sure.
Bring the
I mean,
Thunder number 2 by Alex Ross.
oh yeah. See, and there we are again with those kind of semi-diagonal
Uh-huh.
directional speed lines or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it adds, that little bit of motion, a little bit of
Well, I
excitement.
mean, and this is just like the folding highlighted,
Right,
but it's going
but
at
at
a
the same
diagonal.
time, you're still getting that same effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. I like
But
it.
it's not arbitrary. It's his costume, the way it's lit.
Right.
Here they did this one. This is
But I
issue 1.
guarantee you, he's got to do that on purpose. I'm noticing it in a
Oh, he
lot of.
does. He does. He first does it with the pencils. He has, I'm sure, that in mind,
Right.
especially as long as they did this one like a movie poster, which is pretty kind of nice. Pretty
That's kind
kind
of
of
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Pretty
I
kind of
need a
nice.
bourbon. Shit. No, I can't. I got to go drive tonight. In
Oh, are you
fact,
working tonight, Rick?
I am working tonight. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, finally. This one had slight water damage to it, sadly, but you can't pass this up. Alex Ross, Kirby Genesis, number 8. We got some speed lines going on there.
Oh, yeah, just a couple. Yeah, I like that
just,
one a lot.
just a
That's
couple. Yeah.
That's action packed right there.
Yeah, and you
That's
can
cool.
put that back here, and you might not know, but it looks like a giant eyeball, doesn't it?
Yeah, does it from a. Why is my comic book staring at me?
Well, I know. And then Alex Ross cover The Bionic Man, number 14, with Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Oh, all right. Holy mackerel! I remember watching that original show with when Lee Majors and
Lee Majors, right? I loved when he had his crash. Had a great opener. I mean, Great
Oh man,
design.
yeah, that was a great show,
And
dude.
his
I loved
head
it.
hitting the canopy, even though he had a helmet on. I
Yep.
mean, it was great, you know. And
And the sound effects when he would use like his bionic powers and stuff, the
yeah.
it, it was so great, man. Yeah.
Spider number 11. Yeah, this is another friend. Uh,
Now, did you have him as a
Mabel.
kid, Rex? The
Did I have
Bionic
what?
Man action figure?
The Did I have the $6 million man
Yeah,
figure?
the $6 million
You really
man
don't
action
watch
figure.
my show, do you? I featured that a few videos back,
No,
along with my old original GI Joes.
Rex, I told you most of the time
Oh,
I've been
you're on
just
the phone. That's
listening.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Well, no,
yeah. I
I've
did
been,
have one.
and I was driving most of the time because at
Right,
four
right. And
o'clock.
on his right arm, it had a latex, and you could roll up the
Yep,
skin,
and he had his
and
little like
he
wire
had
in
the
there with a
module.
yeah,
Right, but
a little
now,
diagnostic kit or something.
and then the last time I left it rolled up, and now it's like here, all hardened.
Oh, what? I do remember you talking about that because you said you were afraid to
Yeah,
try to move it because it
and
might
like the
break
next
on you.
one, he had an engine that he
Hmm.
could lift.
I do.
And I
I
still
remember
have
you
the engine.
talking about it. I do remember you talking about it.
Yeah. Number 12. These really were nice
My
covers.
favorite part, and then now that I think about it, though, is kind of sick, was when you put your eye up to the back of his head and you could see right through
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I didn't do that when I got those out. I didn't even look through that eye to see. Can't even
Really,
remember what I had
it
some.
was a, it
I
was
had
like a
like a
slight.
Hulk and a Spider-Man car that you could do that, like a Hulk van,
Oh, and it
and
had a little picture
you could
inside.
look, and then it had a little scene inside of it. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, on the
This
six
is
million dollar man, I think it just had like a really weak magnification glass in there, like a
uh-huh.
little plastic one. So it kind of made it look like, you were closer to stuff.
Spider presents Super Spider Action Poster number 1 inside. This is Blazing Adventure. This isn't Dynamite with the spider. Help! He's got me. Look
Okay.
at those legs.
Man,
Quiver. Makes you
he
quiver.
doesn't skip leg day, does
No.
he?
You have plans for Memorial Day? This is a Man of Bronze, Doc Savage number 4. Alex Ross cover.
Yes, sir.
A lot of
We're
Alex
gonna,
Ross today.
as long as weather cooperates, which Memorial Day is always finicky.
Uh-huh.
But if weather's good, I'm gonna barbecue, cook us up
Ooh.
some fajitas. I got a little
Oh, yeah.
carniceria down the road here from me that just makes amazing pre-marinated arrachera, and oh,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, we're
You
gonna
like
we're
to
gonna feast.
marinate maybe overnight?
Yeah, well, that's the great thing about this little place is they marinate them probably for like a couple of days before you even get them, and then they run them through that big old tenderizer for you.
Oh, yeah.
And oh
Uh,
man, it's just good stuff. But I think I mentioned to you that I lived down in Texas for a while, so
Now, I know you
I
got this, but this was a dud of a title. You've got to admit. Trencher.
okay. It is a dud of a title. I always thought it was too. The, ugh, I didn't care for the coloring for sure.
Yeah.
The artwork had a lot of detail. I'll give it that.
Well, this is Keith Giffen artwork, but it's
Uh,
in a totally different style.
yeah, I know, and it just like yeah, I've got like I think the first and there was only 2 or 3 issues I think that came out of that.
Thank God,
And
because
I
you would
think
have got
I've got
every
them
one of
all. But I saw a couple of years ago, Rex, on eBay that a copy of Trencher #2
them. Yeah.
had sold for $1,600.
Oh shit! I can't believe that.
It was a certified sale on eBay.
Well,
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I got three
you
of
got to
those.
be kidding. This number 8 of Chronos from DC Comics.
Ooh, no, but you know, doesn't that look an awful lot like the Brood from the Claremont X-Men days?
Yeah, like the
And of course, they were stolen from Alien as
yeah.
well.
I mean, lay eggs, but I
Yeah.
remember that they laid them in Wolverine, but his healing factor, You know, it
Yeah,
kind of changed
that's
his
what kept
appearance,
him
and then he
from.
got better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
I
is
had alien
wasn't he
entities
like
in
the
my
key
gut.
to saving everybody else because of that
Black
somehow?
Condor versus the Ray
Ooh,
in a blaze of power.
looking at the Ray again,
Uh-huh.
kind of reminds me a little bit of the Diaz boys' silhouette. Now that I see
Number.
him again, only
Mm-hmm.
silhouette doesn't have any bright color to him, but just the kind of the blacked out outline, just the way he's.
Mm-hmm. Joe Costata did a bunch of the Ray covers. And
Yeah,
maybe I don't know if he did the interior artwork, but
that there was a point when
Freak
Joe Q
16.
used to be all right, at least. Well, I guess it was before I actually heard him talk, but he
I
used to do
like
some
this
cool stuff in
iguana guy.
comics. Oh, is
Freaks.
Lorenzo still here? Lizard
Oh
representation,
yeah,
Lorenzo.
right there. Yeah. Oh, he's usually here. Yeah. I don't know. We're down to one viewer, and that might be me.
It might be me.
It might be you. I mean, if you're on here and I'm on there, what the hell?
Yeah. Which one of us is the?
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Well, I guess if you're hosting, you don't count, right? Because you're not a viewer. You're the host.
I'm supposed to.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Rise of Magic Shaman #0 special edition 5-page introduction by Neil Adams, plus part 1 of the Shaman graphic novel by Alex Nino and Peter Stone. Neil Adams cover. Shaman #0. #0 issues became popular.
That was another like a year one thing.
Now, Devil Flyer Black and White Ashcan is going to have a 0-issue trading card.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah. And a #1 exclusive to that campaign. The Monolith #5. That was a thing for a minute. From 2004, the Monolith. This might be his second series. I don't know if this is his first series or what.
Yeah,
But
that's
Neil
all stuff
Adams
while I
also
was
had
out.
a Monolith character called the Monolith. I was highly upset when this come in eBay because it was been all to hell, but it's great. Forget this artist. This is Superman 166 from 2001, I think. But yeah, just been all to hell. They didn't ship it right. But full cover really makes
That's
Superman
it's a
stand
pretty
out.
little bit cartoony, but I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Kent McGinnis or something.
Oh, maybe.
Uh
Who's the other
Exploding
guy?
Krypton back here with the rocket, and then here's the modern rocket, and then there's the old rocket, and his parents standing there, and then new parents there. But just been all to hell, man.
Oh,
On that, I think you can see some of it there on the spine side.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
I can see that dinged up a little bit.
great. I'm just gonna. Why get something like that? Just put it in a. It probably came in just like a folder. I mean, an envelope, and that was it. That was all the protection it had. Might have been
Oh,
even sitting raw. And I
I
was
mean,
like,
at the
why
very
did I
least,
buy this just to say I need to go buy another one because this one's damaged so bad? But
they could have slipped another backing board in front of the cover. You know what I
nah,
mean? It's
some people
something.
just Gil Kane cover, Checkmate #19 from
And by the
1989.
way, I send all my stuff much more carefully than that. You can talk to Logan,
Uh-huh.
and he'll let you know. I sent him some stuff, and it got there perfect.
Yeah, you are doing something like Apex Comics, right? Putting together a box or something people can purchase,
Um,
or are you?
actually, for Logan Doxwell, I don't know if you're familiar with him or not. He's a young kid, man. He just started a channel, I think, like 6 months ago or something like that, and he's drawing his characters and talking, and
Greg, I
he's
did check the chat. Come on.
talking about being poor college kid with no money.
I'm just
So I
wondering
put
why
this.
my counter says one person. I
I
mean,
know. And Greg's here too, so I guess I don't count, man. That's-
I guess. Checkmate number 21 from
well,
89.
we never have no women in here either, right? According to YouTube. So,
Right. And Carol's
but
Cookie's been in here the last few days. She's not today, but
I've
she's
seen
probably on another.
Carol, Flying Feline, Fanta. I've seen all kinds of girls up in here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm forgetting the one from England. Is it TJ? I'm not sure. TJ, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think TJ is. Yeah, she's English, right? Yeah, she's got
Tara number
that
4.
smoky cigarette voice.
Yeah. She's on Hen's channel, I think. Look at the black on that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got to finish this box real quick because I got to clock in at 6:30.
Oh.
Our man number 17 from 2000.
What's your time zone down there, Rex?
Central.
You're Central. Okay, yeah. So you're same time as I am.
I'm Central. Right. It's 5:54 now, so.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's the weird thing about when I lived in Houston. I was still at the same time as when I lived up here.
Countdown, Final Crisis. 06. I never could figure out what they were doing with this, but
I don't know. Yeah, that's
now
why
this
I was
was a good read. Shadow Pack. This was by Bill Willingham. And Bill Willingham goes way back, an artist and a writer. And
didn't Ethan say that Bill Willingham was putting in a story on his Fractured Fairy Tales or whatever it's called? Nice.
Shadow Pack was a good read too. I read not this issue up to 10, but I read the
10 cents.
Number 10.
Oh, number 10.
Don't get too
excited.
That
said 10 cents on it. I was like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, it came out in 2007, actually holding the line at $2.99. I gave 25 cents for it. How's that?
I remember that line, but again, that's while I was out.
Holding the line at $2.99. Paradigm, number 1, Gauntlet Comics. I like Gauntlet Comics. Oh, yeah. This is just one of their titles that they came out
with. Yeah, that one, I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Gauntlet Comics is pretty cool. Oh, yeah, a little Buster Crab going on here. Space Cowboy, Vanguard Comic Productions, number 1. $4.95 cover price. Frank Frazetta cover. Black sensitive cover.
Hello.
Buster Crab by Frank
Frazetta. Nice.
Space Cowboy, number 1.
Yeah. Title's not great, but that
Thou hast said it. You're right. Flash Gordon Zeitgeist, number 1 from Dynamite. I've got all the covers to this. We'll see with Ming the Merciless back there.
Wow, look at how much Flash has changed.
Clytus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me?
He kind of almost looks like he's got Ultraman suit on right there.
Ultraman.
You remember Ultraman, Rick?
Bam, number 1. The other cover. Flash Gordon Zeitgeist.
Right.
That's different.
Yeah.
It kind of like he said, Flash Gordon, quarterback, New York Jets, and they start playing ball against the helmet guys,
Yeah.
Dinking them in the head with the ball. Now, this is Alex Ross.
I don't care what anybody says. I still love that movie.
Adolf Hitler cover. Zeitgeist. Another cover. His favorite movie is Flash Gordon.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've heard that before. Yeah.
He did the artwork for that. Yeah.
That's amazing. Opera.
Yeah.
All right.
It's one of my favorites, too. I really like it.
I don't know who the guy was that played the King of the Hawkmen.
Brian Blessed.
He was fabulous in that movie.
Yeah, he was in Space 1999. He was in so many different things.
Yeah, he was one of those character guys that just like popped up everywhere,
Commanding
like
Challenge. Yeah, Kirby up there. 100
hello.
years. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
I had the Marvel previews that has this on the cover.
Really?
Don't get many of those big, thick order catalogs.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't pass this up. Just great. And celebrating 100 years of Jack Kirby's life there. The Adventures of the Last Boy on Earth. Gorilla cover. Gorillas.
I think I told you in my heyday when I was really collecting hardcore and I was getting, I think it was like $400 or $500 a month at my pull list. My my local dealer would just include a copy of previews for me and the Dynamite catalog, so I could just check it off and then drop it back off with him, and he would order whatever I asked.
That might be Bruce Timm artwork. What do you think? I'm not sure.
It could be.
Yeah. I like Bruce Timm stuff.
Very Kirby-esque, though. Very cool.
Oh, yeah. Like it's got to be Kirby. You're celebrating one of his longest running character in the DC, here's Earth 4 continuity comics from volume 2, Earth 4. So second run.
Oh, that's cool.
Skull right there.
Yeah. You know me, Rex. I got into comics because of horror. So
Rain Made Men, one shot, number 1. With all the Marvel villains.
Oh, sorry, Rex. I'm gonna have to go again. I got an incoming call. Who knew my Friday was?
All right, I only got a couple more to go. Thanks for coming in, Shadowhawk.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow night with Jason and Apex.
Sounds good. If I'm on. Oh yeah, I will be on. Okay.
You're all gonna be on, right? You're not working tomorrow?
I will be on. Yeah, I won't miss that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't work on Saturdays.
All right. Good deal, man.
See you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, a couple more and we'll be done. And then I have to go clock in. Dragon Ring. Dale Keown actually worked on Dragon Ring, I believe. This is number 5, volume 2 from Aircell Comics. They did a lot of airbrushing. Even on this cover, I think. And this is the crossover, issue 8, Code. What does that say? Code Comics. Okay. November 2003. Sort of homage to certain things, certain genres of comics. Crossover. Oh, hush. Devil, number 3 of 4. The Devil Returns. Sort of Mongoese. Anyway, Dark Horse Comics. I did like the showed one of these the other day. I think issue 1, maybe. And the 2 that I have, I like the cover set. Here's Megalith from Neil Adams cover. Depending on what year that came out with, might have carried this in the store. I don't know. This Megalith, The Ultimate Man, number 1, Neil Adams cover. And Dr. Mirage. I believe that's the last one in that box. Number 9. Yeah. Kind of looking. Very interesting. Has a signature kind of similar to Shane Davis. Had to check that. But Dr. Mirage, The Second Life to Dr. Mirage, number 9 from Valiant Comics. Greg says, I tried to watch Flash Gordon around 6 months ago, and I couldn't sit through the entire movie. I got a few good laughs out of it, but it was too much cringe. Yeah, the best thing about that, and I won't diss on any of the movie, but the best part about that, let's face it, is if you like Queen music, the Queen soundtrack. That and Highlander, they got right, I think. And I did remember going to the theater and watching that very vividly, and boom, 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 flash, with the Alex Raymond things at the first, the dailies and the. It's cheesy, but it was good cheese. Wow, we just topped 2 hours. Hey man, I gotta go clock in. Gotta take my dog with me. First night out. So have fun. Bow. And as always, thanks for coming in.